Hi again, it's Kaz again. So, decided that my video will be fine, so I'm going to finish the rest of it, which will be about the Gemini moon, because I'm split, as I said in the other video, and about the Capricorn ascending rising sign. So, hearing about the Gemini moon absolutely blew me to pieces because it literally explained my personality at last. And I kind of had to sort of really look up a bit more because obviously I've got a stepbrother who's Gemini and I've got friends and stuff, but it's a bit different suddenly thinking about it for yourself. So we're definitely street smart, which I think I pretty much am. We like to amuse our friends with cookie observations. I definitely think that's me. No idea, and my stepbrother's exactly the same. He's highly amusing, has me in hysterics. We get on very well. Um, but we're also sort of very restless creatures, which I think kind of links in with like Virgo and Gemini being the sort of nervous parts of the signs. So, like, I maybe have got a double whammy there, which might explain quite a bit to me. Um, with the moon signs, this one's got the highest level of sort of nervousness apparently. So we sort of get a bit restless with things, I suppose. Maybe we get a bit bored. Again, we like to be busy, and it's like multitasking, doing lots of things at the same time, which I most definitely do. That's 100%. I literally cannot. I've had to really learn how to not do that, which is better for my brain and to stop me getting overwhelmed and sort of burnout feeling, if that makes any sense to anyone. So yeah, because Virgo and Gemini are mutable signs, we're sort of like, we're not a fixed energy, we're sort of go with the flow. I think that having that sort of double thing makes sense to me, of my personality. So there's a deep need for feeling at home, and I definitely need to feel at home somewhere, and that can be in a job, in a situation, with you guys in the tribe. You know, I feel so at home with you guys, so that's a deep need of mine, and it's there. But yeah, we can sort of be sort of quite bright and fast, sort of like messengers, and I suppose a bit fast and running around, a bit wild. We flip between ideas, viewpoints. Apparently, we're never boring. Haha, dying to know on that one if you all get bored by me from this video. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I mean, we say that for women, but I literally feel like I've got like 1,000 tabs open and I'm trying to sort of access so much information at once. And I'm just flitting between so many ideas. And it just kind of makes sense more in having that in my nature, changeable nature, and there's a heart of who they are, and I definitely agree with that. Um, that gives me, I don't know, that edge on my earthy personality, because you know I couldn't be any more grounded with having Virgo and then Taurus, and I've also got Capricorn. Just to stick an air sign in there definitely it sort of blows up a bit, I think. We can be soulful too, you know, we're not just light, easygoing, but we sort of do have that light and dark, sorry, sides to us, and everything in between. Geminis are very known for that, apparently, especially Gemini moons. We have a thinking mind, and we like to look at all angles, even when talking about feelings. 100%, I will literally dissect absolutely everything to pieces. It's quite interesting, and we definitely think too much, and it can drive me crazy. It says here about spiky emotional states. Definitely. I can definitely have a few meltdowns, and I think that's it. It's the needing to relax the brain because I've got so much going on up there. It's just I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm rambling now. We can have different faces when overwrought, so, you know, really pushed to the wire. And I was thinking about when I was saying about my temper, and I was actually thinking that the temper may actually come from the Gemini side, because it can be pretty scary. And I would say sort of, but then Taurus Bull, who knows, it could be that as well. But apparently we can surprise our loved ones when we're in that state, suddenly see a different side of us, I suppose. And I can definitely think of that. Sort of a bit of a jokester, and I do have a mischievous side. I do like having a little bit of a prank and a bit of a joke, and having a laugh, and it's got quite a black sense of humour sometimes. I'm most definitely a social butterfly. I think I did say that about my stepbrother. I don't know if anyone else would say it about Geminis. Even if you're not one to have lots of friends, just in social situations, you can handle it well. I think we just put other people at ease. We must just have some kind of make people feel at ease, maybe just because we are the ones to start talking and communicating, maybe. We have lots of room for fresh ideas, I'd agree. Well, that's unless we really squash our brain to pieces, but I'd agree with that. Lit up minds, brightly lit up minds, yeah, definitely, 100%. I like watching my stepbrother in action. He's come a long way, and I'm thinking of him in this situation and why possibly we get on so well, because we think in the same way in that respect. He's always coming up with some new idea or project or something like that. So it's quite fascinating. Sorry, I've got a sore arm from holding the phone. So it's been quite a workout for me, guys. So I hope it's worth it. Yeah, we like interesting topics to learn, and I'm on full mission at the moment. It's like some sparks being lit, and I'm just trying to learn everything, and it suits that part of my personality. I like thinking about it, I like learning about it, I like talking about it, I like writing about it, whatever. I like live conversations. I don't like small chat, that. Or I don't know, just people that you don't really know, and yeah, networking, not into that kind of situation. I most definitely find hilarity in any situation, and I am probably the first to take the absolute mickey out of myself. I have had so many things happen in my life, stupid things, fallen over, hurt myself, and even bad things that I will then laugh about a week later and take the mickey out of it. Yeah, we're also, apparently this is interesting, because I think I'm a very good confidant, but maybe if it's in this way it might make sense. So apparently, because we take in and share, we literally take in anything that people talk to us about, we can become notorious gossip. So I don't think I'm like that. So I'd be interested to hear if any other Geminis. It's not done out of malice. It's not like that. It's a genuine fascination of the marvel of life and people. So I could understand, but I probably wouldn't be gossiping to like another person that knows that person. The only situation could be where it would be someone that they would never meet each other in a million years. Because I'm so genuine and honest, and I want to be trustworthy, so I can't imagine. But hey, maybe you can't have every part of a star sign or a moon sign or whatever, but it's just got me thinking about it. So see if anyone else thinks about it. We do find it hard to relax, and I think that goes hand in hand with, unfortunately, having the Virgo sun. So then I've got a double whammy. It's taken me years to find techniques. So for me, it's meditation, massively. Changed my life from my sleep. I'm still not the best of sleepers, but then I've got sleep disorders. That's another whole different ballgame. But to actually relax, if I put a meditation on, I will be fast asleep in 20 minutes. Flat now, whereas before, my insomnia was for 20 years, which is bonkers. Be interesting to know if other Gemini struggle like that, Gemini moons or sun signs. I'm quite similar though. I might have the TV going, I might have my tablet on where I might be playing a game, and I might be chatting on WhatsApp, and I might have my laptop and I might flit onto that to go. I mean, that is bonkers. Ollie always thinks it's hilarious, but that is literally what I do. So it'd be nice to know if there's anyone out there that does those kind of things. We need constant stimulation, and I think I certainly do. I think my stepbrother's probably quite the same. We get some kind of like emotional comfort out of it, and that makes sense to me. Like literally reading that, there's something comforting about having some kind of inspiration. It nourishes my soul. So I think it might nourish my stepbrother and maybe other Geminis. There's something about it. We have a unique ability to take that in and then bring it back out into the world in however we've interpreted it and however the gift that we've got of doing that. It says here, fun and childlike friends. Well, I reckon I might be nearly 48, but I'm always going to be about 12. I'm like Peter Pan, seriously. It's part of me that does not want to grow up. If you saw all my teddies and whatever here, I don't care if I'm 97, I'm still going to have all those teddies. I really couldn't care. Definitely childlike. I think there's that side of me, 100%. Got infantile humour, you know. I still laugh. Me and Ollie will have farting competitions and sit and laugh. I mean, that's how infantile we can be, but that's just who I am. I don't know if there's any other Geminis like that, but I think there's that fun, naughty side of us. We're very adaptable, which, you know, I think is, you know, quite a good sort of part. I think we're flexible in that way. If we're in a relationship, we do sort of need someone who soothes us and sort of calms us down a bit. And I still believe that's why me and Ollie get on fantastic, because he is that person. He literally can calm me down with a hug, even a look, touch of the hand, something he says, whatever. And it works, you know. My nerves usually go, I'm less likely to feel nervous. So yeah, apparently I would bring a sort of fresh and evolving relationship, because I'm constantly in search for variety. So life apparently is not boring for Ollie when he's living with me, which I think is quite amusing. I must actually ask him what he thinks of this. Quite nice to feedback. So yeah, in that sort of way, it's that kind of witty, social, flexible, curious, interesting, and light-hearted sort of personality within the other side of having a Taurian, and I think that's so true. And then on the sort of flip side, the sort of more negative, is that we can get distracted and very nervous and a little bit fickle apparently, and a bit superficial or even manipulative. So I'm going to have to sit and think about those ones, because they were quite interesting. It's always funny when you look at your shadow side, these things that you're hiding. Is this a part of my personality I'm hiding from myself? Who knows? But yeah, I'm dying to hear any other people's point of view. And then we've got the Capricorn ascendant. So sorry, this has ended up being longer than I was expecting, so apologies. So I'll try and thingy this along as quickly as possible. So for anyone that doesn't know, your ascendant and your rising sign is a symbol of how one acts in life, image of your personality seen by others, not by yourself, and the attitude that one has towards it. So Capricorn is a very ambitious, and I've always seen as quite a serious sign. I have a lot of Capricorns in my family, including my dad, and most definitely serious people. So yeah, there probably is a seriousness to me. I always took my job seriously, but I didn't take myself seriously. There's a difference. Anything to do with responsibility, 100% in there. Apparently lots of comedians have Capricorn ascendants. Apparently it's to do with, but it's more like the deadpan variety. It's all about the timing, and then we might smile or grin at you, you know. You never quite know if I'm fooling around or not. I definitely there's part of me in there. We project competence apparently and ooze it, which I thought was hilarious. I did laugh when I read that. Who knows? Because this is what other people see of you. I literally thought that was so funny. Image conscious, yeah, I would say so. I like to look good. Sort of the way I carry myself and stuff like that is definitely important to me. Yeah, I would agree with that. Apparently we appear successful and generally are, so that's good to know. I've definitely landed on my feet loads of times, so that's possibly a measure of success, isn't it? When we were children, apparently we were the responsible ones. So then given a strong sense of tradition, family and responsibility from a very young age, 100%. I can literally vouch for that. Literally again, getting this rising sign totally explains everything to me. Everything about my life, you name it. It's like, wow. Big on family, huge. It doesn't even matter that I live apart from my family. My family are massive to me. And that is even like with Ollie's mum, that's my family as well. And my friends who become my family are massive to me. Like, big part. I will do anything for them. I worry about you incessantly. Even if you don't want me to, I will. I can't do anything about it. I worry about anything. If I know that you're struggling, I will want to help. Hardworking, competent and dependable. I hope I'm dependable. I definitely want to be. I definitely try. But what made me laugh was that's obviously what people are saying, and then it says, but then a lot of people miss the inner struggle, and I thought this was spot on. So it said beneath that suave exterior is an inner struggle. They often ask themselves, am I doing enough? So I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the perfectionist part of being a Virgo as well. So I've really got this strong, like, inner critic that I've had to fight my whole life because of having these signs. I really do think so. We worry a lot about the future, and I have probably suffered from anxiety pretty much most of my life. I can think hand on heart, if you think of what anxiety is, going back to primary school and things that were going on then, that would be classed as anxiety. So it's true. It's there, and I can see this is where it comes from. Success hasn't come easy to these folk, even though people might think it has. Apparently we make it look that way with a patient, hard-working, driven personality. I have no idea if I do, but I've certainly bloody worked my backside off most of my adult life, and I still do, working my backside off to try and heal myself, which is why I'm so open and talking about things like that, because I think it's good for us all. Where are we going? Yeah, sometimes we can do sort of like a form of self-denial. It's like denying ourselves things like frivolous or whatever. So it's a weird one of wanting to look good but not being showy. And I would agree with not being showy. I'm not a flash kind of person. That's not me. I don't particularly like boasters. I even said earlier about something to my counsellor, and she went, why not just boast? Blow your own trumpet. I find that quite difficult, actually. Maybe this is partly why. It's just in my nature. It's literally ingrained into me. Apparently we're always nearly always success stories if you have a Capricorn ascendant, which is pretty amazing to know. So dying to know if anyone's got a Capricorn ascendant out there and what's going on in their lives. Difficult childhoods, but they've turned their lives around slowly but surely. 100%. Can't even tell you some of the crap I've had in my life on a young age, growing up. But I refused. I did not. Was determined. I have sorted myself out so many times. As it said, because of being given that from a young age, I've kind of been serious as a child, which I can definitely see, and now I've blossomed into this, the personality of the Gemini, and the sort of like more fun-loving and free kind of personality. The air signs come out more, because I've managed to learn how to loosen up and relax and enjoy life. So that's my bit. I just thought I'd finish it, and it's ended up being way too long, so I'm going to apologise in advance. Love you all. Hope I haven't bored you to death. I'm exhausted now. I'm going to have to go and have a break. Take care. Bye.